Hi, Andy from Anti Automation. This is my Retell AI multi-prompt agent. It's aimed at the managed print industry. It's an industry that I've been involved in for over 30 years. I started off as a field tech and I worked my way up to be a service manager and look after print management systems like Papercut and things like that. So what does it do? Basically answers the phone, obviously. It will then ask the customer for sort of basic details and look up that customer's details on the database. It will then confirm to the customer the details held on the database, find out from the customer the reason for their call. If it's a service call, it will then ask what kind of call it relates to. So if on a printer it might be a jamming issue, it might be it's come up with an error code, or it might just be a print quality issue. So I've created 3 different SOPs, which are basically pinecone vector databases, and they're being called from NAN through an MCP server. So I've got a trouble SOP, a jam SOP, and a print quality SOP. I've got a database set up in Supabase, but in reality we could link this up to a normal sort of service management system such as Vantage Online or whatever's popular in the US as well as the UK. What it will do at the end of the call, it will basically summarize the call, put all the customer's details, and then send a email to act as the trigger for a ticket. But you could also create an MCP trigger or webhook trigger to go straight into the service management system. But it's also nice to have a backup of the email coming through to support staff. So starting with the base prompt, we have got the agent I'm using is 4.1, GPT 4.1. I'm using a British voice from ElevenLabs called Sean. It's UK English, but can be turned to multilingual if needed. So what we got? We've got the persona. So basically, I've called it Ben. Company is 3AU Print Support. So the persona, you're Ben, a first-line technical support AI agent for 3AU Print Solutions, which is a premier Konica Minolta reseller. You can help callers with troubleshooting, toner orders, booking engineers, and general inquiries. Okay, so we've got style and tone guidelines, how it's going to act. I've put in there, you do not guess technical details, you gather information, use tools correctly, and relay results clearly. So clearly defined rules. Handling tool results for Supabase and others. So I'm using Supabase just for demo purposes. To basically confirm verbally with the caller any information. I've got compliance and guardrails here, communication rules, email pronunciation, spelling, phone number, how to pronounce error codes and serial numbers, how to pronounce the model numbers. Had an issue where it wasn't saying cyan, it was saying cyan. So I've told it how to say that, and also had an issue where it wasn't say AI, it would say A. And then we've got basically ending the call, end it warmly and confidently. So what function am I using? Just end call and transfer call, so it'll transfer the call through to an agent if at any point they're frustrated with talking to an AI or it needs to be escalated. I'm not using the inbuilt knowledge base, as I say, I'm using the NCP server triggers through N8N. Also the database lookup, I've got a separate MCP trigger for that. So I did speed up the actual voice speed because it was coming back a bit slow on this particular voice, so you'll see that later. Didn't really change any of these settings. Post call data extraction, just call summary and call successful. Webhook, using a webhook at the end just to send a summarized email. Got the MCPs, but as you can see, I'm not actually adding the tools here. I add it into the multi-prompt in a minute. So going through the prompts tree. So we've got the initial greeting. So we've got initial greetings, we've got the basic prompt there. Got the edge, basically telling where to go to. Move to collect details after initial greeting. Collect details, so basically collecting basic information. Telling it to run the Supabase lookup at this stage. So if I go to the bottom here, you should see under customers got it's using the MCP for the Supabase database, so that can be used to any system. I've got some rules there as well, when to use it. I found when I was testing it, if you go through the test chat, you can actually see all the tools being actioned at different stages as you go through. So it was better for actually working out how it all worked. So yeah, go and collect details. So once it's collected the details, we then classify the issue. So the prompt is asking whether it's going to be a paper jam, error code, print quality, or whether it's just a terminal order or general inquiry. And then we've got the edge nodes again, telling it where to move to. So if it's going to general inquiry, if somebody said it's a general inquiry, let me just make this a bit smaller. Again, so we've got tone of order, state, jam fault, trouble fault, print quality fault. So again, each edge tells the agent where to go to, depending on what the condition is. So you've got prompt for the tone of order to confirm what colour of the tone is, etc. And if it's looked up with the database, then it looks for the different SLAs. So it might be toner inclusive, it might be on a next day call, it might be on a 4-hour response, or it might be on a time and materials basis. Okay. So you've got, if it's a jam fault, goes through the jam prompt, and it's got the jam SOP to fall back on and tell it how to act. Trouble fault will be an error code, so like C2555 or something like that, to do with toner, starvation, print quality. So we go through the print quality SOP. So all these have got different, you can see the different SOPs are being called here from the MCP servers. You can see that's the trouble SOP. Jam one's there, so it will go through all these and do some basic fault finding. If it can't fix it, then it will then send it to the next stage, which would be a service call. And so then it knows to book the service call and what details to get. Then once it's finished doing that and confirming the details with the customer, it would then go to end call. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go for a test chat, and you can see the call flow working. So you can see here, it's looking database lookup. So it's going to classify issue now. So it's confirming the customer's details. Transition to the jam fault. Pulled up the jam SOP. So we're going through some paper jam removal. So we can't clear the paper jam. So transition to service booking. So let's end the call. Okay, and now we'll do a voice demo.
Free agent print solutions then speaking.
Hello?
Hello there. Before we continue, I just need 2 quick details. Could I take your name and the company name you're calling from?
Yes, David Stone, Prime Property.
Thanks. I'll check your account now. Got it. I found your account. Just to confirm, I have you as David Stone from Prime Property Group with a big Hub C 550i, serial A 1C55000731, based at 2 Road, London, W41SY. Is that all correct? Thanks.
Yep, that's it.
What type of issue? Thanks. I just need to check what type of issue this is. Is this about toner or supplies? A general question, a paper jam, an error.
I've got an error code. I've got an error code on my printer.
All right, you mentioned the machine is showing an error code. Could you please tell me exactly what the code says on the screen?
It's C2557.
All right, you mentioned the machine is showing C255. I'll guide you through the correct reset procedure. I'm just going to pull up the correct reset steps for that code.
No, C2557.
Thank you for clarifying. C2557. I will guide you through the correct reset procedure. I'm just going to pull up the correct reset steps for that code. Okay, here are the steps we need to follow. First, with the machine switched on, please open the front door. Just the front, not the side panel. Let me know when you have done that.
I've done that.
Great. Now, wait for about 3 to 5 seconds with the front door open. Let me know when that's done.
That's done.
Perfect. Next, please close the front door firmly, making sure it is fully latched. Let me know once you have closed it.
That's done.
Thanks. Now check the panel. Has the error code cleared and is the machine showing ready? Or is the code still there?
No, it's still there.
Alright, since the code is still showing, we will try a more advanced reset called a trouble reset. Here are the steps. First, turn the main power switch off at the rear or side of the machine.
I've done that.
No worries. I will guide you through each step.
I've done it. I've turned it off.
Brilliant, thanks for letting me know. Now press and hold the yellow reset button onto the control panel and keep it held down. Let me know when you are holding it.
I'm holding it down. Can I turn it on now?
That's exactly right. While still holding the yellow reset button, turn the main power switch back on. Keep the yellow button held down. Let me know when the machine is powering up and you are still holding the button.
I've done that. I've still got my finger on the button. It's back on.
Good stuff. Now do you see a small black dot on the screen?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
What do you see? Perfect. You can release the yellow reset button now. Next, wait about 30 to 45 seconds. A slow progress bar should appear, and then you will see a trouble reset message on the screen. When you see that message, just touch it once. Let me know when you have done that.
Yeah, I've done that.
Great. Now turn the main power switch off again. Wait for about 10 seconds and let me know when you are ready to turn it back on.
Right, I'm ready to turn it back on now.
Go ahead and turn the main power switch back on as normal. Once the machine has started up, let me know.
That's all back on now. It's coming back to ready.
That's a good sign. Now that the machine is showing ready, could you try a quick print or copy to make sure everything is working normally? Let me know how it goes.
Yeah, I've done that. The error message came back.
All right. Looks like you still need to get this looked at. I can arrange an engineer visit for you now. Would you like me to book someone?
Yes, please. How quickly will they be here?
I will get that booked for you now. Your contract has a 4-hour response time, so you should hear from us quite soon. But I cannot promise an exact arrival. Can I confirm the best contact name and phone number for the engineer? And is the usual site address at 221 H Chiswick High Road, London?
That's it, yeah. Just use my name and the main contact number.
Perfect. I'll book the engineer now, and you'll receive confirmation shortly. If you need anything else, just give us a ring. Have a great day.
Thank you. All done. So that should... Now running the automation for the call summary. Okay. Got an email. So there you go. All the information came through.